Hello, Janet. Janet here. Welcome to the session today. I'm so happy to see you. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait for you to listen to this video because I know many of you will benefit. I'm very sure someone will listen to this video and we'll be talking in 2, 3, 4 months. Today's topic, actually, you don't have to wait years. This is a matter of months. Okay, if you're determined and you change your mindset, this is a topic that will help you in a matter of months. And don't say how, Janet, because I've seen this happen. Yeah, I saw someone who listened to my past video and he was here in 6 weeks. So this is a video for some of us. Everyone, welcome. I love you, okay, for coming. Thank you so much for always coming. Thank you for liking. And before we forget, continue to subscribe on YouTube. Those who have subscribed, thank you so much. Continue subscribing. Thank you so much for liking. Very soon we are targeting 100,000 followers and we'll probably have a party. Okay, thank you so much for your 5-star reviews. All of you, thank you. You can do that. If you haven't done, for the new ones, welcome. You are not behind. Okay, ndiri bueno. You are not behind. All of you in Chewa, okay, Chichewa, thank you so much. Good to see you. This is a video that you can implement in months. And some of you think Janet is telling you these things just joking. Take them seriously. I want us to start changing how we think. I want us to start changing how we think. Like, I have to have a family member. Did you see the title today? Conferences in the United States. How to get conferences in the United States, especially if you don't have a family member, especially if you don't have friends and relatives who can invite you. This is your video. Okay, and I've done this before and I've seen results. This is your turn. I know you are watching. But what is the difference between those who will come and those who will not? Decisions. Decisions. The embassy will cost you $160 for application fees. Okay, do the math. Life is about risks. Some of us, we probably tried Canada, we were not successful. Some of us tried, we went. Okay, I say this because I have a few people who tried Canada and put in a lot of money. Okay, about $2,000, and that was very expensive. If you miss Canada, that can be very costly. Okay, Janet gives you alternatives. Gives you alternatives to these things so that you don't fall in trouble or you start regretting or blah blah. That $2,000, if you can use it here, the good news, you spend the $2,000 or $3,000 after you get the visa. How about that? How about that? Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's, every mother out there, happy Mother's Day, okay? Who is that? Happy Mother's Day? I didn't know today was Happy Mother's Day. I'm just responding to that. When is today? Never mind. I'll check that. But I just had to respond just in case, okay? Anyway, let's talk about this. Conferences in the United States, especially if you do not have a family member. This, if you do what Janet is telling you, can be here in 3 months. Okay, how do we do that? First of all, some of you, I know you're still working. You're still working on them. Okay, like Claire is asking, how do we identify conferences? If you go down here on this Janet Rangi, on this page right here, all you need is just to scroll. Don't be lazy. Just scroll down. You will see Janet commented. Janet gave you links to thousands and thousands of conferences in conferences in the whole world. But I always choose the page that has conferences in the United States. That is the page I usually choose. And they are monthly. Like now, a conference just ended yesterday. Another one is there today. There's one coming next week. There are so many conferences. And when I'm done, I will post here on top of this video. And I'm done as always. I promise and I deliver. I'm going to post the link of conferences for those who don't want to look for them. And before I continue with conferences, some of you, you have this mindset like, oh, someone told me there's a conference here and they are giving letters, and so I want to take advantage of that, as if that is even any special, like the embassy doesn't care. You do your own homework, get a conference, my friend. Just because someone else gave you a conference, who told you that they are relatives to the embassy? No one is a relative to the embassy. Okay, so it's you and your mindset to tell you as we speak. Many people are coming here as tourists. They just made a decision. Okay, they said, I want to go see Disney World. They went. booked tickets, went to the embassy, tried their luck, and got a visa. Okay, some of you wait, I need a family member, graduation is coming up. Good, if you have them, come. Oh, there's a wedding, they're inviting us, so we will come as a group. Good, if it works for you, good. Oh, I don't know who the baby was born, so we are waiting to see if they will invite me and my sister and my brother. Good, if it works. If it doesn't, take matters in your own hands. Who told you have to wait? What if you don't have a family or relative member? Like who? What do you do? Conference. And when I say conference, it's for everyone. If you did mathematics, if you did sociology, if you did agriculture, if you did business, if you're a teacher, if you're a cook, if you're a chef, if you're in construction, any field, there are conferences, even milking cows. I'm not lying, even just making duvets. Okay, crochet. There are conferences for everyone. All you need is to improve your skill. Let's say you are one of those people who is an undergrad, or maybe you graduated and you are jobless. You can't find a job. Okay, now you don't even have a way to prove to the embassy that you will go back. A conference is one of those things you can go tell the embassy, hey, I finished the University of Accra, okay, and I don't have a job, but I'm running to America, get at this conference, boost my resume. I want to improve my resume. I want to improve my CV. That is why I want to go and come back. Like, think outside the box. Change this mindset of dependence. Like, I have to wait for my cousin. My cousin went to America and never calls anyone. He never talks to anyone. They are just inviting themselves in the other family. They are leaving us out. They love themselves. They don't care about people. No, you show them what you got. Go on the computer, lock yourself in the room, look for conferences. Look for a conference now. What does it take? Once you identify a conference, this is how you identify a conference. This is serious, and I've done videos before. JanetRangi.com, YouTube. You can go and Google Janet Rangi conferences. That video will come up. You can go through it. I'm just repeating for the new ones. For the old ones, go in the comments, help my friends who are new on this page, help them out. If you came on a conference through Janet Rangi here, comment here, help my friends. When you are looking for a conference, relate to what you're doing. Relate to what you're doing now. Okay? If you are a teacher, look for a conference that have to do with teaching. If you're in construction, you want to look for a conference that has to do with construction. Okay, if you're in hotel, you want to look for a conference that is in hotels. If you are a new grad, you don't have a job, look at your career. Okay, what did you do? Agrobusiness. Look for a conference in agrobusiness. Information technology. Look for a conference in information technology. And why do I say this? It will just give the embassy the good reason. They can see why. They can see why you're going. Like, relate. I graduated, I'm jobless, I'm trying to boost my resume. So when I come back home, the employers will give me jobs. I will be above the competition. Jobs are very competitive. I have to improve my skills. Okay? All right. I started a homeless shelter. I have 3 children. I have 5 children who are homeless. Okay? I have 3 children who are orphans from mothers who have HIV/AIDS. I'm taking care of them. I really need to go to the United Nations conference. I'm interested in human rights. I'm interested in improving the health of the community. So depending on what you're doing, I'm a pastor. Okay, I have been going and helping this church. We've been raising funds and we are looking for strategies to grow our members. So I'm going to a church conference. Some of you just hear there's a church conference. There's this group that is inviting people and we can go as a group. They're inviting a church conference so we can just go to the embassy as a group. Then they deny the whole group. Why? Like, listen to me. Does it take magic? Does it take magic to know that these people, their agenda is questionable? Okay? Now, if all of you are in the congregation, like there's one that just ended, about the Seventh-day Adventists, everyone knows that comes every 5 years. And if you have baptismal cards, you have church membership, you can show the embassy. I've been a church member for 5 years or for 20 years. My parents, we grew up in this church. We've been hearing about these conferences. They're in different countries every time. This time they're in the United States. I can't miss this one. Everyone knows that. Okay, so that makes sense. But don't just show up because someone is coming with a group of people and now they're just giving out letters, and then you go 50 people, they only give one. You understand? So understand, my friends. I hope I'm opening your eyes. When you are doing these things, be smart. Like, think like the embassy. Think like how Americans are thinking. Like, what can you, why are you going? In fact, that's why they will ask you, why are you going? And I've already given you reasons. Okay, I did agriculture. Okay, we are improving our milking strategies because so far our nutrition standards are not so good. We are not having good production with milk. So we are going to this conference to learn about the food production and what kind of nutrition they are giving to animals or to cows these days so they can produce more milk. Okay, like specific. Be specific, my friends. Be very specific. Okay, I'm a teacher. Our standards have not been very good. Only 3% of our children are getting A's. In this country, only 8%. We need to improve that to 25%. I'm going to this teachers conference that is talking about how to improve the grades in children who are in the undergrad or, like elementary school. That is very, very specific. So when you are doing a conference, don't just go plugging a conference and then you go. That's why you see some people get there and you think it was luck. Probably they just happened to choose the right thing. And when they went there, they talk. So understand that will be the top reason when you are choosing a conference. Why are you going to America? And I can tell you before you choose those conferences, which there are many, make sure you have a reason. So don't go just pages. Janet said conferences. I'm just going to pick anything that comes up. No. Choose what is relatable to you. Understand why you're going to the United States and how will it help you when you go back home. That is if I'm to stop this video on conferences, that will be the most important thing. Choose your conference wisely. Understand and explain to the embassy why you are going to the United States and how it will help you when you go back home. Okay, having said that, now, let's say you get a conference, okay? You go to the embassy. How? All of you have been watching me. Those who've been watching for long, go down in the comments, help my people. You won't understand what, some people ask, how do I book embassy? How do I know? Go to the website, American Embassy, go to them, Google, get that website. You have to fill in DS 260. No, 160. 260 is for green cards. This is temporary visa. B1, B2 will be your visa for the conference. $160 application fee. Have your passport ready, non-expired, valid, at least 6 months before expiry. Have your passport size photographs. Follow directions on how to take them. Be clean. Okay, don't go there and then now you wash your hands before you touch. Don't go to the embassy with things mud everywhere on your pictures. No. You want to be neat, organized, put your things together, files your education. If you have a bank statement, they might not ask you. Be ready with it, okay? The most important thing, do a good job. And when you're filling the DS 160 for the conference, shine. Let the information you're talking about the conference shine in the resume too, on the DS 160, okay? If it's agriculture, you're explaining what you do. Or you went to school in agriculture, but you're seeing a problem, okay, in this specific area on milk production. Okay, and now you are going for a conference to improve that skill because your target is to get a job in this company. You've been told if you boost your resume, you will improve your chances of getting a job there. Or you already work there. Use that, okay? Let them write you a letter. We are having problems with milk production. We want them to go for a conference, get this knowledge, come back. Help us with this. Okay, so, and let it shine in a DS 160 so that your things are organized. For those who've listened to me for a long time, when you go to the embassy, the DS 160 is the introduction. They don't know you. And when you reach there, they don't have time. They'll spend with you 1 or 2 minutes. How many of you have listened to me? You've had people go to the embassy. He didn't ask me any question. I don't think he even cared. He just let me know. What was your DS 160? Do you know how many minutes they spend on that DS 160? Probably 30 minutes before you arrived. Even before, maybe the night before, they are deciding. This one looks good. No, this one will deny. Now, maybe they have denial. Or you reach the window, you impress them. That's why you go there for personal interviews. Or some people are very good on paper. They go there, communication skills are a problem. You are not able to articulate why you're going to the embassy. Okay? So, put all those things in mind. DS 160, pay the fees, have your passport and passport size photographs, book the appointment, give yourself enough time, look for a conference that is 3 months away, okay, 3, 4, 5, 6 months away, depending on your finances. And I'm saying this, don't look at me saying this is just a dream. She's explaining things that will never happen. Look at this as a possibility. Look at this as an option. The same way you're walking and tamarking and looking for a job, coming here should also be an option. Take it seriously. Do something, like start. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is action. Those who take action, they actually see it work. Like, take risks. Since you're watching from UAE, take a risk too. Like, nothing is promised. Like, nothing is promised, but those who make it, they decide and they take action. And it happens, okay? And I'll talk about many other visas. J1, student visa and all that. Today we're on B1, B2, which is for the conferences. Now you show up in the interview, you want to go to bed early, wake up early on time, don't start struggling, always Uber is taking too long. No, give yourself enough time, arrange things the night before, you're organized, your shirt is well ironed, you're looking clean and everything, you're ready. Okay, so you reduce the amount of stress. When you go on that day, smile, okay, greet. If they ask you questions direct, just what I'm telling you, why are you going? Exactly, the conference, explain why. Okay, you have your documents, they ask you things you're ready to give. Now you tell me, they'll ask me, Janet, here we go. The title for this video was Conferences, especially if you do not have friends and family, you do not have contacts in the United States. Okay, now you've decided a conference, usually go and look for the amount. Some conferences are worth $150, some are $50, some are $1,000. So conferences are not free. Conferences are not free. So you have application fees, but you want, that is another risk. Because some conferences will only write you a letter after you pay. So you want to look for a cheaper conference that is about $150. Okay? That one, if you lose, you wipe your tears and then you're done. Okay, so you look for a cheaper conference. If you have money, book an expensive conference, but the visa is not promised. So you want to be careful when you're choosing these conferences, or look for conferences that are free entrance. Okay, so long as they write to you a letter, they write for you a letter saying you're coming for a conference, that will serve as your invitation. That's why I was saying, don't say, Janet, can you invite me? Janet, my cousin is refusing to invite me. My grandma went there. My mama has been there. My brother is not doing nothing. No. You use a conference. The conference will write you an invitation letter. Now, you don't have a family. Janet, where do I stay? There are things called motels. Motels are like $40 an hour. A night. If you stay here for a week, you'll probably get a discount. They'll even charge you $40 depending on the city. Okay, depending, some cities are more expensive than others. Okay, if you prepare $60 per night, do the math. $60 per night, I'm telling you, you'll be able to sleep and eat. If you can have $60, or let's say $80 per day or $60 per day, you will eat and sleep. Okay, so you do the math. We are trying to cross over. We are trying, okay, dress code for embassy, they don't care. Americans are very casual. You don't want to go there with t-shirts, of course, it's disrespectful. Or you go with a hat on your head, baseball hat, no. Okay? You want to be respectful, but they're kind of business casual. That is my thinking. They're not like, some countries are, British colonies, tie and coat and jacket, looking serious. Like, no. Not if you want to do that, do that. Okay? But you want to have a nice shirt that has collars with buttons. Okay? Shirt. You can put a tie, you don't need a jacket because it's too hot. If you need a jacket, fine. Good pants, khaki pants, agreeable, nice shoes, leather shoes. They like your attire from your home, traditional attires. If you have those are formal clothes. They love that. Okay, so you want to dress appropriately. T-shirt, out of question. Anything that looks like a t-shirt, no. Flip-flops, open shoes, no. Hat on the head, no. Okay, clean, combed hair, cut, good shave, okay? Just respectful, okay? Of course, brush your teeth, wherever. Hygiene, good. It speaks volumes, okay? All right, now, I just had to say that. Dress shirt and dress shoes, yes. Okay, someone summarized. That is what we need, dress shirt and dress shoes. Now, you've explained why you're coming. Now you're thinking about, okay, if they get the visa. Now we've gotten the visa, we are thinking about the motels. And we are thinking about food. And then transportation, we have Uber just like home everywhere. Now Uber is worldwide. So now you've gotten here. Okay? Now you've gotten to America. This is when you start watching Janet Rangi videos, okay? JanetRangi.com, you start watching. Okay, what was my intention? Because when you go asking for a B1, B2 visa, you are supposed to come, visit, tour, and go back. Usually 6 months, they will give you at the port of entry. Okay? But when you reach here and you think you have more things to do, you can always uscis.gov. You go there and ask for an extension. Now, some people tell me, Janet, if I get a visa, will they deny me at the border when I'm crossing? Most of the time, from my research, whatever the embassy has done to you, given you a visa, more than likely you will come in. They've already screened you. They've given you a visa. Be thankful you're coming in. Okay? You're coming in. But I've listened. This is not from my mouth. This is from embassy people themselves. Janet has watched them. I've listened to them. It's public information. They talk on YouTube. They also have Facebook pages. I listen to them. So this is information for real. They say once the embassy gives you a visa, consider yourself. It's a knock on the door. When you reach there, they'll have to open the door. But most of the time, the door will be open for you. Unless, and even if you have small mistakes here and there, you have to explain them. The only thing you cannot do, you're saying you're going to New York for a conference. Then you reach the embassy, you reach the border, now you've come to customs. Okay, in the airport, now you're in the customs. Now you start telling those people that, yeah, I was coming for the conference, but I think I've been told there are good schools here. They will turn you around. They look at the notes, whatever you say at the embassy, they connect it straight to America. Those people are connected. Don't even lie anything. They know everything. They are communicating as you're on the plane. They are communicating. Okay? They are communicating, I'm telling you. Now you reach here, they say, okay, let me see your passport. You give the passport, B1, B2. How will you go to school? You need an F1 student visa to go to school. Go back, get an F1 student visa. That is stick to your story. If the embassy said you're coming to the United States for a conference in New York, that is exactly what you're doing. You're landing in New York, you are going for that conference, and if they take the phone and they call the conference will confirm your name. That you are actually coming on Tuesday. The conference starts at 8 in the morning and your name is scheduled for the conference. No tricks. No tricks. I'm telling you. So don't lie. Don't come and confuse yourself. And then people tell you, oh yeah, they might return you at the border. Be careful what you tell them. No, be careful what? Say what you told the embassy. There's nothing to be careful, my friends. Be yourself. Carry your passport. You're not lying anything. You will come in. Okay, the embassy has screened you. They've thought you are a good candidate. They've given you a visa. You will come in. Don't complicate stories. Understand your visa. If it's not a working visa, don't say, when I reach there, I'll start getting a job. But here there was a musician from home who went to the embassy. They gave them a B1, B2 tourist visa. And then he went and started making posters how he's going to make money playing his music in America. They were waiting for him at the airport with dogs. Sniffing dogs. They sniff dogs because they sniff drugs. Okay? Turn around. Go look for a working visa, then come back. Are you understanding? If you're coming to, stick to your story. Stick to your story. You're coming for a conference. That's it. You know the name. You know who the speakers are. And by the way, when they sometimes they do random checks, they take you to a private room. Do you know who the main speaker of the conference is? You should be able to say. What is the conference about this? How much did it cost you this? Where are you going to stay? Here in the Motel 6. Okay, how much is Motel 6? $60 per night. That's what I have in my pocket right now. I have $3,000 for my food. That should be enough for 3 weeks. Then I go back home. Makes sense. Everything you say makes sense. Look in their eyes. It should be truthful. Life will be so easy. The people that get denied is lying. telling things. You've listened to many stories. You've been told, if you say this, they will deny you. If you say that, they will give you. No. Oh, don't say your mother is in America. Don't say you have a sister. Don't say your sister applied for you a green card. They will deny you. No. When you lie, that is when they will deny. And you know, when they deny you once, it's forever. When you lie to the government, that is a lie that will be very hard to overcome. The only people that overcome those are those who get married to American citizens. And the lawyer has to represent them to help them overcome. Maybe they were just sick. Maybe they are mental health patients. Maybe they had taken medicine. Maybe they did not sleep well. And then they say things the wrong way and they misspoke. You know, lawyers know how to get out of these things. But if you have no rights, you already have your passport from a different country, they don't have time for lies. Okay, they just don't have ties. They don't have time for lies. So, after you come, okay, janetrangi.com, that is when Janet comes in. Again, many people have been coming on these conferences. They've been coming to visit for graduation and weddings, and then letting their things expire because now they come here. Okay, now they start getting trips to Disneyland, to the malls, to all these good places. They're like, I'm not going back. Where am I going? They see jobs, they see opportunities, they see universities, they see all these things that can change their lives. Now they decide to just overstay. And Janet says, no, there are other ways you can try before you even think of such things. And for me to summarize, okay, most of the time when you go applying for a change of visa, the first thing, you can't just come today and then you change your visa. What was your intention? Like, think. If you came on a conference and then you say, Janet usually says you go to uscis.gov and then you just apply for change of status to become a student. It's questionable. It's questionable. At least if you've been here, let's say they gave you 6 months and you've been here for at least 3-4 months, it's easy for you to explain, you know what, I came for the conference, but then I became a tourist. I decided to go these places. I've seen nice things and I think there are many opportunities here that I can take advantage of. Okay, I've gone to this school, and since I did agriculture, in fact, I came for a conference in milk production, and I see there's a community college here giving a full course of milk production. You see, stories have to match. Yeah. Now there's this community college, information technology. You know, we wanted to incorporate business, or we are business, we wanted to incorporate IT. I came for a conference that was trying to incorporate IT in our business ideas. But then after staying here and traveling to different universities and visiting people here and there, don't say friends. Relatives, if you told them you didn't have relatives, like your story has to match. After I'm traveling as a tourist, I've seen good universities, they have IT. I can actually take a full course in university. I'm changing my mind. So now, after 4 months, now you're going to uscis.gov and then you're requesting change of status or change from B1 to students. Okay? And for those who've not watched, I've made videos here. How to change your B visa to student. Okay? In summary, you go to a school you've identified that is doing that milk production. You tell them, hey, I have a B1B visa. Change this thing for me kindly, please. Please help me. I request you help me change this from visiting B1, B2 to student F1. Then they will tell you how they do it. You might change it while in America, or they will tell you to go back and at least get F1 student visa, but at least you've networked. Okay, so those will be your options. Or you come here and then you get introduced, things happen, you go to a wedding, then people throw flowers. You know how people have weddings? And then when the wedding girls, how do they call them? The maids. After the wedding, they usually throw flowers back. And then when you throw, you pick one. Whoever picks it gets married next. Okay, now, the one that threw it to you happened to be an American citizen. Maybe she came to from your country. She's been here long and looking for a boyfriend. She's like, hey, fresh catch. This is a fresh catch. This is a fresh catch. A flower is fresh. I just caught this flower in a wedding. And what a coincidence. Voila. Now we are in love. You start going for coffee dates. You start doing many things. All of a sudden you're in love. You're taking pictures. Now, like, no, I don't want you to go. You know, I'm an American citizen. You file papers. You change from B1 to marriage visa. Okay? Now, some people, okay, you are coming for milk production. You came for milk production. And You come from a country that sometimes even will beat gay people to death. This is serious. Okay, they can persecute you because of those things. You know, they can persecute you because of your religion, your race, your political ideas, your political identity. Your life is in danger. Your life is in danger. Okay, your life is in danger. And you are looking at your option and you're saying, thankfully, okay, thankfully we have a country that embraces people whose lives can be in danger. There are those traditions that are done and maybe you've just been keeping quiet and you're scared that they will do this to you when you go back. You say, you know, my life was in danger, but now thankfully, I can apply for asylum. USCIS.gov free of charge, you fill in the form. You have to have a reason why you're changing, okay, to political persecution. You fear political persecution. You fear social groups. There are things that, you know, if people just look at you, they will stone you to death. You understand, my friend? So now those are becoming your options. They were not your options in the beginning, though. You came for a conference. And when you're explaining these things, this should be clear. You know, you cannot just come here and then you start changing your mind and then now you start doing things that were not supposed to be done, you know. And sometimes you've done bad things. You need a lawyer, you know, so your story has to be straight. What I'm telling you, this is how things happen. Okay? I've seen people come here and then they're like, yeah, while I'm here, it's 6 months. Yeah, I have time. During that time, they go to the Canada.ca visiting visa. They get a visiting visa. They use this time while they're in North America to explore and see and visit and see opportunities. When they reach there again, they see, voila, the other things. Okay? So these are the options I've seen. Okay? You see how we started? And this takes a lot of belief. This takes a lot of believing in yourself. Okay, sometimes it involves money, it involves risks. It's never easy, but people do it. Okay, people do these things. Okay, and for me, I'm here to break down, make it easy for you. Okay, so the whole idea is to identify a conference that is relevant to you, to your education, to your career, and what you're doing now. Okay, you identify a cheap one, because once you book that conference, more than likely your money is non-refundable. Or you look for a conference that has refundable. Or you look for a conference that is free. Or you look for a conference that is free of charge, refundable fees. Or if you have some money, why not? You can lose $100 and say, hey, I need a conference. You tell them to send you an invitation letter for the conference. It has to be real, because when you come to the border, to the customs, those things should be matching. You should be saying the truth. From the time you enter the embassy, you come to the customs, the same story. You end up there. When you come here, voila, networking begins. You see, that's why they call it tourist visa, because you can tour and see places. They use that as a business visa. You can go into business ventures. Now you can, once you reach here, be aware, B1, B2, you cannot work. There is no work permit for B1, B2. No one is going to give you a work permit to work. Okay? Have I heard the streets talking? Not me. I have not seen anyone that works without a work permit. But the streets, I've heard their rumors. I read newspapers. I see on TV. They usually say some people come here and they overstay their visas, or they come on visas B1 and employers are desperate and they start working. Okay, it's not legal. Employers will be fined if they're caught employing people who do not have working papers. Okay, I'm just saying, but it happens a lot from what the TV says. From what the TV says, I listen to the TV and I read papers and I hear there are people who are coming here and getting jobs. Okay, and getting jobs. But for me, when you get a job, like now, if you're out of status, even if you say you're gonna go to Canada, you'll be one way. You cannot come back. When you break the law, they will give you 10 years before you come back. And people wait. I've had people wait and then they come back. Okay, they are fair, but still they will punish you for breaking the law. So if you're here under the table and you are listening to me, you can go to Canada, but it has to be one way. The fence is closed. Like when they open the gate, it's gone. You cannot come back because you broke the law here. You see? And the reason why Janet is here to tell you legal things. Straightforward. USCIS.gov. US State Department. Okay? So those are the things that you look at, and you look at the options and all that. Okay? So anyway, I hope you've benefited from this. Who is benefiting? Who is benefiting from this video? Obviously, if you're a rich person and you are doing very well, this is not your video. Okay, if you are one of those people who has a good job, you have a family, you established, this is not your video. Okay, but this is a video for the young people who have been looking around. They're cracking their heads for a job to open up, cracking their heads for opportunities to come, cracking their heads or to meet their dreams. Some of them have been wanting to do a course that does not even exist, but they hear it's in America. Their dreams are coming. Okay, those are the people we are focused on. Okay, and the rest watch for entertainment. Okay, all right. Remember to keep the dream alive and have a strong desire to succeed. The desire will push over the edge. The desire will make you the best. You stand, you fall. You stand, you fall. You never give up. Six months, I will see you. Okay, all right. It's true. 10 years if you overstayed. You see, who is that saying? Davis is saying if you overstay, they will punish you for 10 years. If they catch you. But people come here. I see them driving. I remember this young girl. I think she's from Nigeria. She called me. She said, Janet, I like sharing stories. I've been on a B1, B2 visa for so long. And now we have 2 weeks, me and my husband. And now we are stuck. We don't know what to do, Janet. What? And they happen to be going through a very difficult time. And I told them, have you ever seen this website called USCIS.gov? What? I say, you have a pen? He says, yes. I gave them the website. I say, go there and type their asylum. Then they went and read what it takes. Say, yeah, we are persecuted. And then they applied. And she called me later. Happy. They were welcome. Okay? With both hands. The husband, herself. Okay, they have work permits now. They drive. They have hope. Okay, so, all right? Okay, all right. So, yes, it's not, Susie says it's not worth overstaying. Yeah, it's not for me, I believe so. But, and by the way, this used to happen a lot. Okay, but now, with these blogs here, people are waking up. There are people who could have overstayed, but since they met Janet, they are now students. There are people who could have overstayed, but now they are married. There are people who could have overstayed, now they got asylum. There are those who could have overstayed, but now they are in Canada. Okay, so there are those who've gone back, done their things fast, and then come the second round. So, again, I'll post, okay, Mali, I'll post the conferences up here. Okay, I'll post the conferences up here so that you can use them, or you can go and look for them on Google yourself. These things are, just make sure you're not getting a conference from a con man. Because if they happen to choose you to be one of the people on the line, and then they choose you randomly and they go calling the conference and no one knows that the conference exists, that's how they turn people around, okay? Just make sure it's a legitimate conference. Make sure you call them. Make sure that you've seen they have a track record, they have a website, go read. They've been doing this for many years. You want to understand how many people attend, what are their goals, who are the speakers, okay? What are you going to gain from that? You can tell. You can have that feel, okay? You can have that feel and then just make a choice and then go pay for it. They send you application letter. They send you invitation letter. You go to the embassy, make your application, book an appointment, think of motels, think of hotels. If the worst happens, there's home. Okay, it's always a two-way ticket. Has anyone chased you from home? No. Okay, you always, that's why some people think, Janet, I fear, what if I come then and then I'm stuck? Who chased you from home? Tell people at home you are going for a temporary visa. You don't have a green card. You're going for 3 weeks, you're coming back, so they expect you in 3 weeks. Like my friends think. Don't go promising people, oh, now, hey, they used to say we can't make it in our family. Look at me now. America, one way. Don't over-promise. Okay, I'm going to quit my job now. No. Okay, no. Okay, Sophie, thank you. Yeah, one way, no. We are thinking of, if the worst comes to the worst, we have people that love us at home. We have family that loves at home. We have a country that loves us at home. We are only exploring opportunities like everyone else around the world. Everyone else around the world wants something better for themselves, wants something better for their children and their families, okay? All right, lovely, I love you back. She's saying real talk, okay? All right, Facebook job visa to apply. Are they genuine? I don't know. Jobs, I can tell you, I've been here for many years. Most of the time, it's very rare that they are coming to look for you for a job and they are bringing you a work visa. It has to be information and technology, nursing, and you can tell the process is going through the immigration and then the national visa center and then they are coming through the embassy. That's how you know, okay? Okay, all right. I'm telling you, Brian is from Kenya and now he's talking as if he's from Malawi. Brian now even knows Chichewa. I love this platform. Now people from Kenya are starting to speak Chichewa as if they are from Malawi, Attire. Yeah? That is so nice. I love that. Uribwanji diribuino. That will be our new saying here. Diribuino. Okay? Or how much does it cost for B1 to student visa? That's a good question. All forms, if you go to uscis.gov, they have a list of forms and they will tell you each form how much it costs. Okay? But usually, just keep in mind, they are not extravagant. Most application fees could be $200. Okay? These days, citizenship is expensive. Citizenship is those expensive ones, probably $800. It used to be $400. Those are the top. Just think when you're thinking of $800, that's too much. Most of them are around $140, some $200. Don't quote me, but uscis.gov, type in forms, and each form will tell you what they do. Do they change from F1 to green card? What are they doing? Okay? Or they used to say, don't count chicks before they hatch. I love that. Yeah, don't count your chicks before they hatch. Come here. Slowly, quietly, see how it is. Okay, coming up next, I'm gonna go to student visa. Okay, we're gonna explore. Me, I am very good. I've told you, I love student visas. Okay, now for those wanting to go to Canada, I've always told you, I wish I could just come and announce here, especially if you're in Kenya. Okay, those countries there, they don't advertise lawyers, so I cannot come here and just say their names. Okay, the last time I checked, they were charging people like $2,000. Okay, and the visa is not guaranteed. And they've had success stories and they've had failures. That is a disclaimer. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. I think I'll put a Nairobi number here. So anyone listening to me here, please call that number, deal with that. Okay, but we are not supposed to advertise. It's not legal in Kenya to be advertising. If you ask me, that is, before we go, let me just finish quickly why I think here business is always moving and there's money in circulation. We tend to hold on what we have. And when you hold on what you have, it doesn't grow. You have to let it go. Advertise hospitals. Let there be competition. Advertise a hospital. Let's go to the best hospital. You don't provide, I'm going to hospital B. That's what happens in America. Competition is the day. It's the one that makes business grow. Okay, the doctor advertises herself and she says why she's the best. The lawyer advertises herself and says how she's the best and gives the best customer service. Okay, we have a shop here, we are advertising it everywhere. Everything is advertising. Here there is nothing like you don't want to advertise what? Me, that's what I prefer. We are always saving and saving and saving so we can build that house, and then once we build the house we feel safe. Here they loan a lot of loans. Everyone has a car loan, they have a car. So business is going. Business is moving. Okay? We'll talk about scholarships and undergraduate scholarships. I know, I see all of you saying your topics coming up. For those who are new, Janet always does topics for you. Okay? Okay, you want to change from B1, B2 to F1, janetrangi.com. Okay? I get topics from followers. Okay, Vic? Thank you so much, Vic. Okay, Vic says, Janet, God bless you. And thank you. Susie, thank you. Okay, Grace, thank you. Love you back, Grace. Grace, your last name is special. One day you'll know why. Okay. All right. So, Delilah, Okay, thank you. Who is that? Brian's janetrangi.com, but I'll post the conference here. Right now, when I'm done, I'm going to my desktop straight. Actually, here on the phone, and I'll do it. Vivian, love you back, okay? All right, Bruce. Thank you so much, Bruce. Essie, thank you. All right, I'm summarizing, guys. Have a wonderful night. It was so nice talking with you today. I hope you learned something. My goal is to always leave you better than you found me. It's always for you to learn something and go better than you found me. Barbara, love you. Irene, Sophie, always. I love Sophie always. Sophie always calls Janet a queen. Sophie doesn't. Sophie is the top fan. All of you are top fan, but Sophie, Sophie is just a special one. Milka, yeah. You know, someone is inviting Esther to come. Keep up. All right. Kamau is saying keep up. Thompson, thank you. Okay. Philida, thank you so much. Sparrow, where did you get that name? Sparrow Mudoni. That's a cute name anyway. Essie, Binti, thank you. Madonna, thank you so much, my friends. Okay, Jen will be the last one. I'll see you in the next video. All right, thank you so much for coming. Adios. Adios. Happy Women's Day, JR. Oh, it was Women's Day, not Mother's Day. Okay, all right. Now I hear you. It was Happy Women's Day. Women power. Okay, and we love to take care of our men too. Okay, all right.